on the last leg of her Asia tour, US Vice President Kamala Harris held bilateral talks with South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol today. South Korea is the last stop of her 4-day trip to Asia. The aim of her trip is to demonstrate the US's commitment to the security of its Asian allies.
For the work that you continue to do to build on the relationship and the enduring relationship between the United States and the Republic of Korea. For 7 decades, the alliance between the United States and the Republic of Korea has been a linchpin of security and prosperity on the Korean Peninsula and in the Indo-Pacific and throughout the globe. I am here to reinforce the strength of our alliance and strengthen our work together.
According to the White House official, Harris is expected to discuss China's actions in the Taiwan strait and North Korea's latest missile launch during the bilateral. She's also expected to discuss Seoul's concerns over changes in US electric vehicle subsidies and the trilateral relations involving Japan. Yoon also vowed to boost the US and South Korea's alliance, asserting on how Harris's visit, on top of US President Joe Biden's trip last May, is another turning point in relations between the countries. The US Vice President's trip to South Korea from Japan is her first visit to the country as the Vice President of the US. The last time a US Vice President visited South Korea was in February 2018. Harris's visit also comes a day after North Korea fired 2 short-range ballistic missiles into the East Sea in an apparent protest against the ongoing South Korea-US military exercises. In recent weeks, the White House has struggled to engage North Korean leader Kim Jong-un on talks over his country's nuclear program. Kamala Harris also visited the demilitarized zone that divides the Korean peninsula. With this, she has become the first senior White House official to visit the area during Biden's term in office. US and South Korean military vessels also participated in naval exercises off South Korea's eastern coast. The drill was led by the US Ronald Reagan aircraft carrier. According to the navies of US and South Korea, the drills are designed to improve their capability to counter evolving North Korean threats, which includes its submarine-launched ballistic missiles. Well, for more on this, let's turn to our correspondent Susan Tehrani, who joins us live from New York. Susan, just how significant is Kamala Harris, the US Vice President's visit to the demilitarized zone?
Well, symbolically, it's extremely significant considering the fact that although former President Donald Trump really paved the way for, visits like this, it's the first time that a Biden administration official, high-ranking, like the vice president, is visiting this zone on the one hand and expressing support for South Korea, although we see the wrath of the North, not only, as you mentioned, prior to Kamala Harris's visit, but now we're hearing from multiple sources, including the Japanese media and the South Koreans, that the North has fired 2 missiles and launched 2 missiles following Kamala Harris's visit. She was wheels up at around 6:30, 6:45 from South Korea. However, about 2 hours later, North Korea launched more missiles. So definitely, the significance is that it does create some tension, but on the other hand, it really symbolizes and demonstrates America's steadfast policy towards Asia. It comes at a significant time, notably after there was questions on whether or not America's policy, a one China policy, is possibly changing, moving towards Taiwan or not. She went and made clear that, while America's one China policy is in place, America's alliances also are extremely tight and important with other Asia countries as well. So, significant in many ways in terms of trade in Japan, in South Korea as well, with the electric car issue. Hopefully the South Koreans got some reassurances. This electric car issue has been a sticking point. But also, just geostrategically, it was very important as well. How effective it will be, we'll have to wait and see.
Susan Tehrani in New York, thanks so much for your time.